Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome officially to the channel. This is a series where I go looking into the history of various different ways that developers made to help us interact with video games. Sometimes they just enable bad habits. And, well, today we have an example of Nintendo doing something that would seem to many of us to be not very Nintendo. Because today we're going to look at another odd little device designed for the Famicom called the JRA-PAT controller. This device was originally designed to work with the Famicom network system, which was a system that would attach to your Famicom and allow it to go online. I know, I'm often shocked by this stuff too, especially given how slow Nintendo has been over the years to adopt an online presence or set up an effective one over the years. The fact that they've had multiple instances of going online as far back as this console just kinda makes it all the more baffling. Regardless, this thing existed and was used via dial-up in order to get your Famicom online, where you could access stock trades, video game cheats, jokes, weather forecasts, and bet on horses. Yep, Nintendo was into gambling around this time, and it was so popular in fact that the Famicom network extended to the Super Famicom. That's where this little controller came into its own. It was designed to work with a game called JRA-PAT, and as far as I can find, only with this game. Which, given how much money can be made by gambling, this really should come as no surprise that someone would be more than happy to make you a controller to part you with your hard-earned money in more ways than one. The game itself really wasn't much to speak of, and given it's all basically in Japanese, which I neither speak nor read, is going to make this difficult to explain, and likely mostly be theory as I go into how this works. Effectively, you go into a series of menu and pick the horse you like as you would any other race, and place your bet on how much and which horse you want to bet on. This reportedly wasn't just a digital sum, but tied to an account, so you would be betting with real money on this game, and the betting amount. This is where the controller would come in. This connected much like any other Super Famicom controller, and I would imagine would function like one too. However, it came with some additional features that were unique only to its design. The most notable of which you probably already saw, and that's the keypad in the center of the controller. This was made to help you enter in your bets more efficiently into the game itself. From what I can gather, this was often packaged with the NTT data package itself, which came with a modem, complete with power supply, the cartridge, and the gamepad. Apparently they knew who their market was with this online service, and it wasn't primarily kids. It's safe to say that there were a number of reasons this did not come out in the States. The primary one I can think of is Nintendo had a very clean, family-friendly image in the United States versus back home. I mean, they wouldn't even let blood in the first Mortal Kombat game. Why on earth would they let people gamble online, much less try to work out a deal with an internet provider to even allow such a thing? It's also worth noting that at the time, it's unlikely that the United States even had a large enough commercial online presence to even justify bringing the thing stateside, even if they could do it without being put into litigation for online gambling. Even the design is more reminiscent of other controllers rather than an innovative look, with its keypad easily being associated with other game controllers that had keypads in the past, like the Intellivision, ColecoVision, and Atari 5200, just to name a few. However, it would have been interesting to see this adapted to other games. Imagine a game like Sudoku where you could directly input the number. Maybe an RPG where you could quickly enter in the amount of the item you wanted to buy. You could have even potentially have done overlays for it, like the consoles of the past, and had it mapped to any number of other features, which could have made the Super Famicom an even more flexible and versatile system to game on than it ever was already. However, what do you guys think of this one? Do you think this is a cool controller? What games would you have liked to have seen made or adapted to make use of this as a control option? Let me know in the comments. For now though, thank you so much for watching and spending part of your day with me. If I could ask you for one more favor, please leave this video a like, and if you haven't, consider subscribing. It really does help me out. For now though, thank you once again, and until next time, happy gaming.